Good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry for the problems we experienced last time, but very glad that I had the opportunity to share with you my reflection on research assessment. I'm a professor at the University of Bologna, and in the first year, I'm deeply involved in the matter of research assessment because I'm leading the chemistry panel for an evaluation taking place in Italy. And specifically, if you look at my role here, I'm the coordinator of this JEV number 3. Within this exercise for evaluating research in Italy, which is called VQR 2020-2024. What is a VQR? This is an acronym which stands for Research Quality Evaluation, and is an exercise through which the Italian agency called ANVUR analyze and measure the quality of scientific output produced not only by university, but also by research institutions, several types of research institutions, with the aim, of course, of promoting a competitive research system capable of contributing to the scientific and technological advancement of our country. This exercise is conducted every 5 years and involves the analysis of scientific publication primarily, but also other research outputs such as what we call the knowledge enhancement case studies, infrastructure reports from research institutions, and also international competitive projects. And this is the general scheme. And to do that, there are evaluation of expert panels that are called JEV. I would like to stress how critical is the role of these evaluation expert panels that are composed of research and academics, and they are the ones who have the responsibility to carry out the analysis and the evaluation of the submitted outputs that I mentioned before. They can be supported by external reviewers, so we can be supported by external reviewers, but I will come back to this in a minute. There are 17 panels that correspond to the 17 discipline areas like maths, physics, chemistry, biology, and so on. And I'm the coordinator of this JEV area number 3, which is devoted to chemical science. It's a quite a big panel, which is composed by 37 members, and I have organized, because in my opinion this was quite big, I have organized this for a better leadership into 4 sub-JEV, which are coordinated by 4 different persons. Why ANVUR makes this VQR? Of course, these are the principles behind the research evaluation, such as promote and stimulate the quality of research in our country, stimulate improvements in the quality of recruitment and career progression, increase international visibility and participation in internal projects, stimulate improved spending capacity, because of course, according to the results of VQR, university and entities will receive funding, stimulate improvements in the quality of doctoral training, because even the outputs from the PhD candidates are submitted to evaluation, and encourage open access to data and publication, because there is a focus on open access in this exercise. Like it should be, this is a continuous improvement process, because this evaluation is periodical, and each one is based on the results and the experience learned on the previous one. And specifically for these ones, the experience of the previous evaluation were taken into account, and this suggestion came not only from internal discussion, but also through the opinion that ANVUR gained from foreign experts from ERC, REF, European Alliance, and so on, to improve a critical aspect of the evaluation. I believe this is quite fundamental. And in addition to this, so this kind of continuous improvement process, which should make each exercise better than the previous one, to me, it has been very fundamental that ANVUR joined COARA. And this was in 2023. And now, ANVUR in Italy is actively engaged in rethinking research evaluation at the national level. And in Italy, ANVUR consolidates its role in the process of reforming research evaluation methods, contributing to the improvement of the academic and scientific system, especially national, but also internationally. And as you can see in the next slides, in the exercise that we are doing, we can recognize the principle of COARA. And especially the first three, recognize a diverse contribution to research, base research assessment primarily on quality evaluation, and abandon improper use of metrics. In fact, what is new with respect to the previous edition in this one is a strong focus on quality, because the main responsibility of the GEV, of the group of experts, is to evaluate the quality of each publication, of each product which is selected by the institution. And for doing so, everything is focused on the peer review. So the system that we adopt is the peer review methodology. And just to get rid from the use of metrics, which were much more important in the previous edition, we are informed by these international citation indexes, and also by we consider the number of self-citation. But what is written even in the call made by ANVUR, and is that these indices that inform the evaluation cannot in any case replace an accurate assessment of the merit, nor can they result in automatic assignment. So the evaluation is informed but not based on metrics. I will explain a little bit better in the next slides. And also, because everything is focused on the quality, it is very important that the reviewer is an expert in that particular field. So that, as I said at the beginning, the panel is quite big. So almost all the disciplines and subdisciplines of chemistry are present. But in case there are no experts in that specific topics, we can even make use of external evaluators. And for selecting them, an AI system is also available to ourselves. And now, what ANVUR has done to recognize the diverse contribution, which, as we know very well, is another fundamental point for COARA. There was a clear goal of expanding the product types to be evaluated. So not only journal contribution, like scientific monograph, volume contribution, conference proceedings, in addition to the normal articles, but also data sets, software, workflow, protocols, prototypes, intellectual property rights, technical reports, which are not so common as the others, because most of the products that we are evaluated are articles, scientific articles in journal. But in any case, to me, it has been a clear direction that we want to recognize a wide range of contribution, not only evaluate research based on articles. And as I mentioned before, also there is also a researcher who have obtained a PhD are evaluated, and this is regardless of their current membership. I mean, if even if the PhD is not in the same institution, was the previous one where he or she got the PhD, it's mandatory even for them to submit papers, articles, or other types of product to be evaluated. And also, even always with the perspective of a diverse contribution, in spite the evaluation is based on this disciplinary JEB, like maths, physics, chemistry, there is also the possibility that one product type is evaluated by two different JEB. So this is because we want to valorize even the papers and the articles or the products that are between two different areas. So this is important, in my opinion, for interdisciplinary publications. Practically, what we do when we review our products, we evaluate according to three main quality criteria. One is related to originality, one to methodology, and one to impact. Originality, everybody knows what is originality, and also methodology for articles and in general scientific products, but I would like to focus on the impact, because this is what I copied from the call. Impact is the ability of the product to generate in the short, medium, or long term an effect or benefit for the national and international scientific community and or on the economic and social context. So an idea of impact which is much broader than just citations or impact factor and so on. Few details on how it works practically. So after these products, you have realized that we call them products, are conferred by the institution. They are evaluated by two reviewers within the JEV, and they independently express a judgment on the three different criteria, such as originality, methodology, and impact, and make a short report. After that, the two members, the two JEV components, come into contact, but before the evaluation is blind, and then they should make an agreement. But as in every panel, then the final responsibility of the evaluation lies within all the JEV. And after this process, each product is categorized into different classes, which are shown here, like A, B, C, D, or E. Here some notes that, okay, the score is between 1 and 10. The evaluation concerned the product as a whole and not the contribution of the author. And as I said many times, the evaluation is based exclusively on the quality and not on the type of product delivered, and also as well on the language of drafting. Now, coming back to the point of a responsible use of matrices or quantitative indicators, I liked a lot what ANVUR have done, because when we receive the data, and the data for each publication that are available to the reviewers are these, impact indices, 5-year impact factor, article influence for WOS, site score, SIMAGO, for Scopus, and the percentile. But these data visually appears like using a traffic light system. And I believe this is a clear sign that we want to get an idea, but not to want to stick exactly to the numbers of impact factor or citation and so on. So to me, this is very, symptomatic of what is happening. And in spite it's a little details, but I liked this a lot. And of course, ANVUR is committed to conduct these activities in line with the core values, these are in Italian, but loyalty, impartiality, confidentiality, and also some law regulation and code of ethics, which is proper of ANVUR. So what I have learned, yes, I'm truly convinced that change in research assessment is imperative and is also achievable. And we are, as a member of the community, surely responsible for driving it, especially, in my opinion, it's very important to organize events like those you have organized, Ruben, because it is so critical to sharing best practice among countries of the European community. Yes, we should share best practice among all the people in the world, but we know that now the problem is there is a different vision in Europe rather than in the US, but of course we should aim to have the same vision everywhere. This is, yes, I'm convinced, I'm committed, but there are practical problems because all the exercises that I have explained relates to almost 10,000 research products to review. And each reviewer in 3-4 months has to review around 500 products. So as you can imagine, is a massive workload. Maybe if we want to always put much more focus on quality, we could consider the idea to fewer items to be submitted. This for sure would streamline the process. I believe that this is also the direction of COARA. This is what I have learned. I hope that could be useful for everyone, but I'm very much convinced that we should learn from each other if we want to even make a change. Thank you very much.